Hello, Pearl Jam fan community. Welcome back to the Wishlist Foundation's interview series, Candle of Thought, where we illuminate the people, causes, and music that are important to the Pearl Jam community. I'm your host, Chrissie Ferguson. Today, I am excited to catch up with our friend, Josh Arroyo. Josh is the Ohana Festival's Tiki stage manager, so now that we officially know the lineup for this September's festival, Josh and I want to chat all things Ohana. So welcome back, Josh. It's great to see you again.
Chrissie, thank you. I haven't seen you in a while, and I got really excited when you sent me a text the other day and said, "Do you want to chat Ohana?" So yes, and I want to say hello to everybody because we all miss each other a lot.
I can't wait for this year because it is the 10th anniversary of the Ohana Festival.
Mhm.
And I think there are over 35 performers on 3 different stages over the 3 days.
Yeah, I think you
Um,
include that little storytellers stage. That would be included as the third stage, I would say.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
awesome. And one of the most exciting announcements, as we all know, is that Pearl Jam is back with an unknown drummer. This is very exciting, but also very mysterious. And so, do you have any ideas on who the drummer might be for Ohana?
I don't. There's been no leaks at all, and we all know that. I mean, there's rumors that fly around and this and that on social media, but I have absolutely no idea what they're thinking about doing, if they've even found somebody yet. I didn't we all see an interview just recently with Mike McCready in the last week where Mike seemed a bit antsy, if not a little bit frustrated, that he was
Mm-hmm.
really, I mean, we know Mike's got a lot of energy and he loves to play, but he was, I think in that interview, he was like, I wish we could just start playing again.
Right.
Do you see that interview?
Yes. Yeah.
So, what was your take? Like, Mike seems a bit frustrated. Like, he knows we only live once. And I mean, he lives for his family and his guitar. So, he's so anxious to, like, go play. I don't know
Yeah.
Mike's response to that unless he's a really good actor.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm excited to see if I'm sort of having a feeling that it's going to be some sit-ins. I'm not so sure that they've actually chosen anybody permanent.
Yeah.
Um, but and it could be, like the shows where you got to sit in for Matt, where maybe they're rotating drummers. I don't know.
Right. Yeah.
It's very exciting, and also I think the Friday night is interesting and exciting because they're talking about Eddie Vedder and friends,
Hmm.
and you wonder who the friends are. They haven't said Earthlings.
Right. Right. Right.
Um,
Yeah.
but I was thinking about how Ohana always has. They seem to have each day and night as like a theme, like a themed genre.
Yeah.
And if you look at like who's going to be there the first night, um and then the second, the third, the first night is like really rock, um
Mhm.
and we got Billy Idol on Friday night,
Right.
um
Bad.
and then like the next night is like bluegrass and folk kind of sound, and then the next night is more of like indie rock. Of course we got Pearl Jam, but that first night is really like alternative rock, like harder rock. And I'm just curious if they're going to try to keep that theme. I don't think it's going to be just like Eddie singing Eddie like he did on your stage last year. What are your thoughts about that Friday night?
I think anything's possible, Chrissie. I think anything is possible. Ed's got a lot of friends, and he knows a lot of very talented friends that play instruments. So
Right.
anything is possible. That's that excitement. That's that unpredictability
Right.
of who he's going to be playing with. Because I mean, you look at the Earthlings, and like they're an all-star band. And so, Ed's got the capability to make a few phone calls and see who wants to come join him. And then I think maybe it's dependent upon who he's thinking about playing with and who is able to commit, that sort of
Right.
drives what they play and what the set becomes. And I don't know if Ed's ever done a Eddie Vedder and Friends at Ohana. We've seen the solo
Right.
performances years ago, or the duets with Glenn, the Earthling sets 3 or 4 times now, I'm not sure. It really opens the door to anything. And
Yeah.
depending on who's available, really will determine on what they do. And I think also because you do have PJ on Sunday, that they'll probably not play any Pearl Jam songs Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a couple of, maybe something from Into the Wild or elsewhere, but you're opening the door to a really creative set, which could have a lot of different covers from a lot of different genres, because we know Ed's influences are so broad, from The Who to U2 to, the list goes on and on.
Yeah.
It's going to be, it will be very exciting to see who walks out onto the stage that night.
Yeah. A little playing with Billy Idol would be pretty amazing too. I can't even believe I didn't know Billy Idol even had new music out, and I see like 2025 he had a new album out. It's pretty amazing. I remember White Wedding like
Yeah, we're,
on MTV, loving that when I was a kid.
yeah, we are
Um,
both of the age where we remember when he was actually young and he first came onto the scene when we were
yeah.
young people. Yeah, it's incredible. I don't know how exactly old is he? Early 70s, maybe?
I'm not sure. I don't know. He's looking great, just like Sting. Sting surprised me too. He sounded great and he looked great last time
Right.
we saw him at Ohana. So it'll be a treat to see him. But yeah, what do you think about your stage? You're going to have any surprises over there? I guess you won't find out till right before.
Well, I don't know about surprises like last year. I mean, you're not going to top last year's Sunday afternoon. I'll tell you that. It's just
Right.
not going to do it back to back years. But I sent a note shortly after the announcement to the production manager who I work under, who guides virtually everything production wise, both stages
Mm-hmm.
for the most part. He's an incredible, incredible production director. And he's done every single Ohana. And I texted him the other day and I said, "Hey, I saw the announcement. Is there any chance you can give me any guidance as to who's going to be on main and who's going to be on Tiki? Because all they do is release this. They
Mm-hmm.
don't say who's on what stage for quite some time." And his response to me was, "Josh, I am so busy working on other shows right now that I'm not even thinking about Ohana yet. I will give you plenty advance notice because I know how you like to prepare and do your research when the time is right." So
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know who's going to be on the Tiki stage yet. I mean, in years past, I've always gone like, okay, the top two headliners are always on the main, and they sort of finish the main. So in the past, the third to top headliner usually closes the Tiki, and I think I was sort of on point with that maybe last year when I finally learned this system, but I'm not sure. I know. Do we not have Jeff's side band playing again?
I don't think so.
Well, I thought, yeah, we do.
Yes?
I think so. PEST on Saturday, right before Ellery Harper, who is Ben Harper's daughter or
Nice. Okay, yeah.
son,
Yeah, I see that now.
Ellery. I am almost 100% certain that's another one of Jeff's side bands. And
Okay.
so it would make sense. He's already going to be around. Maybe Jeff's going to be one of the friends playing a little bit on Friday night because he's there. Jeff
Mm-hmm.
can play anything. but they won't play Pearl Jam songs. Jeff will just play other stuff. But I think
Right.
maybe there's a chance that Jeff's band would be on the Tiki stage again, which would be
That'd be very
it
cool.
would be really cool. So the first year that I stage managed the Tiki stage, which happened completely randomly, of course, I decided to pack some cool t-shirts and some cool hats because, or maybe it was year two. God, my memory. Come on, Josh. But it was the year that Jeff played with his side band. Was that like 2 years ago? Wasn't last year.
It wasn't last year. I'm not sure.
Played in the afternoon, and he played in that other sort of side project of his.
Okay.
I was excited that he was playing on the Tiki stage, but also I was quite nervous because you're talking about Jeff coming up there with a project. And so at some point after they arrived and they were getting themselves acclimated, I walked across the stage to introduce myself to him. And that Saturday, I purposely wore the same red and black hat that I was wearing in Oakland when I sat in. Like, it's a pretty recognizable hat. It's that Town and Country surf designs that Jeff turned into the Pearl Jam surf designs, yin and yang.
Right.
And I walked across the stage to say, "Good afternoon. My name's Josh. I'm your stage manager. If there's anything I can do for you guys, just, let me know." And Jeff sort of tilted his head at me and he said, "Nice hat. Have we met before?" And I said, "Yeah, Jeff. Actually, you played bass and I played drums on Ledbetter in Oakland last year." And he went, "Oh, shit. That's you? Really?" And then he said, I'm super stoked you're wearing the hat too, because I was the one that designed that. So, long story short, maybe we'll have Jeff's side band. I don't know who will be on the Tiki stage. I think this is another interesting one for you, Chrissie. Villanelle, I guess you pronounce it sort of Frenchy, on Sunday,
Mm-hmm.
like third from the bottom, Speed of Light, Link Moja.
Oh, yeah.
Villanelle. I've heard. Do you know who Villanelle? Who's in that band?
No.
Okay, take a deep breath. Get ready for this, because if his dad shows up, it's going to be an interesting afternoon, or it's going to be an interesting day in general. Liam Gallagher's son. Liam,
So,
Liam Gallagher's son is in Villanelle.
okay.
So
So that could be a friend.
I don't know if they're friends. That might be a little bit far fetched there. You know, I don't think we've seen a lot of like cross pollination between Pearl Jam and Oasis through the years.
Well, you never
But
know.
if Dad's proud and Dad wants to go to California and possibly experience, his son on a festival stage, you could have a very interesting character wearing ponchos and sunglasses, checking his hair every 5 minutes, and sipping on a lager and strutting around like fucking Liam Gallagher walks around.
That would be very funny and cool. So, who are you? Is there anybody that you're really excited to see or
John
hear?
Baptiste for sure. Um, they were playing him on Pearl Jam XM radio the other day as they're starting to pump up the other artists that are on the Ohana bill. And
Yeah.
not all that familiar with him, but I really liked what I heard. And it's cool that they're still bringing that. I love the diversity in the Ohana lineup. I mean, all different genres of music, we're going to get. And maybe it was like last year with Black Pumas, who just were so incredible, and it's just great that the lineup is so diverse as it is. It's a little punk rock,
Yeah.
it's a little pop, it's a little soul, it's a little funk, it's a little country, it's a little bit of rock. It's so great that the festival diversifies their booking so great.
Yeah.
John Batiste would stand out to me. I mean, he's just got that California soul. And
Yeah.
he's got that song about the ocean, which probably
Yeah.
probably be a pretty good hit right there.
I'm looking forward to. I've never seen Tyler Childers.
I haven't either.
Yeah, I think Saturday will be cool too. So I'm really looking forward to it. We're very excited with the announcement, with the lineup, and I don't think there are very many tickets left.
Um,
I think it went pretty quickly this year.
it went very
Um,
fast.
yeah, but we'll be there. Wishlist will be there. You know, we're celebrating our 20th year this year.
Congratulations.
Um, yeah, so we're hoping
What do you-
to have a little party at some point, maybe on Saturday, maybe Thursday night. We're not quite sure yet, but that's in the works. So
Okay. When do you
yeah, so
when are you going to arrive in Dana Point? That is Thursday.
um,
Thursday.
we will probably be there on Friday morning, I would think. Yeah, so that always makes me a little bit nervous coming in on the show day.
You,
I have nightmares about that.
you're not going to be around on Thursday night.
I don't know. I don't know yet.
Oh,
I can't book the flights too.
I'm just saying. You know what the most special part of Thursday is?
I know.
It,
Sound check?
it's when Ed does his Thursday night sound check to
I
an
know.
empty Ohana, but there's like 2,000
To the sand
like
people.
2,000 people out on the beach with
Right.
with their binoculars out trying to figure out who the friends are.
Right. I know. The sand people, as he calls them.
So it kind of spoils the surprise unless they wing it and they just go, "Hey, we've got a practice room in the back. Let's not do a full-on sound check because that could quickly give away the surprise that we don't want to give away yet."
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
which brings up another very interesting Ohana-esque and or production type of thing that I think about is if Pearl Jam is reforming, which we know they are, and we don't know who's playing drums yet, and they're obviously going to probably get in a bunch of rehearsal time in Seattle and the space up there. But being a festival, they're not going to be able to sound check on Sunday
Mm.
unless they come in at the crack of dawn and set up the gear that they have and do a real early morning sound check on Sunday,
Right.
only to strike their gear to the back for everyone to play. So that would make for an interesting experience for them in the sense that they haven't been on a real stage in a long time with stage monitors and dialing in their in-ears and just getting all
Right.
stage levels right on a big scale for the first time in a while.
Right. Especially with who's the drummer going to be, right? So,
I think I
yeah, that's really an interesting thought.
I think given it's the Ohana 10-year anniversary, right? Did I say 10?
10.
I think they should bring out Dave K and do 10 in its entirety with Dave Cruzen.
That would be very cool.
And open the show with that. And, you know, there's not been many times that they've played 10 in its entirety in the sequential order that the album was. They have what?
Hmm.
Twice? Not
Hmm.
many times.
And that's an interesting thought, though, because if they have somebody like Dave, they really probably won't even need really that sound check if they've been.
Well, yeah, no, because they'll have plenty of rehearsal time, but getting up on a stage and still getting your levels right without any proper sound checks, I don't know. They got the most professional crew in the world. Those Carrie and they'll get the guys dialed in. They're so good, they know how to do it. But
Yeah.
you know, the album opens with Oceans. Why not open Ohana 10 with Oceans with Dave K? When Dave K gets a little bit tired after playing 10 and he doesn't know all the other material, let Dave just do that like he did in Fresno or what he did years ago, et cetera, et cetera. Let Dave crack a beer, take a break, be done for the night. Then have sort of a secondary set of whatever random songs they want to put together with fucking Richard Stuverud's energy in the second set. You
Mm-hmm.
know I'm a huge supporter of him, and you know if I had a choice, I would pick him for the band because he deserves it and he'd rock it.
Yeah.
And you get his energy out there for okay, first set 10, Everybody thank Dave K. We're going to bring somebody out now. And like, I mean, just like he played Animal in Oakland. The second set opens with like Animal with fucking Richard on drums. Because he's a badass.
That would be awesome.
What are your thoughts?
I don't know. I think that's amazing. And would they pull in Klinghoffer again? I don't know.
Maybe. It's not, you got to
It
remember,
is. It's
it's
such a
not,
mystery. I'm very
I mean,
excited about
it's
it,
going to be a
though.
2-hour set.
So, and I have
It'll be
tickets, and
it'll,
you'll be there, and I can't wait.
and we'll actually finally meet.
Yes, and I'll be doing my interviews, and so if I can steal you away from the Tiki stage for a little bit, we'll
We'll find,
hopefully do a live interview and
okay.
be able to catch up, see if there are any new surprises, anything coming up like Amanda Reckon with. That was the best ever.
I still have,
Top 5 moment of
I still have my binder from last year because I haven't even started to build a binder for this year yet. And, I've still got that schedule that says Sunday, surprise, surprise, to be confirmed. Because they only changed it to Amanda Reckon with like 24 hours before Sunday, right?
oh
I thought it was TBC for a long time, and only then it became Amanda Reckonworth like 48 hours out.
wow.
I'm not.
And you knew at that point, or you were like, who is this person?
I didn't know anything. I didn't know anything until I arrived on site. I knew nothing. I
That's
don't think I
awesome.
knew anything in advance until my production manager, when he had a couple minutes, he said, "Come into my office. I need to talk to you about Sunday afternoon."
That's so
And I
awesome.
said, "What's up?" And he said, "Well, you saw that there's a afternoon to be, announced act, right?" I said, "Yeah." And he said, "Well, it's going to be Eddie." And I went, "Oh man, this is going to be,
That was so great.
yeah." So
Everything was perfect about that moment. The weather, the
yeah,
surprise, being right there in front of the stage and seeing all the instruments and seeing Carrie sound check, and I was like, this is happening. This is actually happening.
right.
That
And
was
this
so
year Ed will
cool.
be able to bring, and this year Ed will be able to bring his fourth Polestar trophy because last year he was showing us number 3, and this year he's going to be able to bring number 4 because Ohana Fest just won Polestar's global festival of under 30,000 capacity again last month. It's incredible.
That is so cool.
So you wonder why we get so excited about this festival. It's obviously getting some incredible recognition beyond just the fan base that attends it. I mean,
Yeah.
to take that Polestar quote unquote award global, global,
Yeah.
that says something. It really does.
Yeah. It's such a great festival. And as we always say, we want to keep it on the down low because we don't want to share it with anyone, but
Too late.
we
It's
know
too
it's out
late.
there, and we hope that everybody gets a chance to go because it's just amazing.
Well, it's special. We know it's special.
Is there anything else you want to add?
I sorry I keep getting cut off because I don't have the greatest Wi-Fi here in my man cave, but I just look forward to seeing everybody and you in Dana Point in September.
I can't wait. I can't wait to see everybody. So, if you haven't gotten tickets and there are any available, you all need to get tickets, and you need to make sure that you come to the Wishlist pre-party. And hopefully you might be able to sneak by. I don't know what you're going to be doing on stage, but
Well, when
hopefully we can
when
steal you.
when are you going to do the wish list party?
Well, we are looking at possibly Thursday or Saturday, so we're going to keep everyone posted.
Try to do it Thursday if
Okay.
you can, because Saturday everybody's going to be at the festival.
Yeah, Thursday would be very cool if we can pull that off.
Okay.
But all right, well, we'll stay in touch,
Well,
and
why don't you have the wish list party on the beach Thursday night?
that would be amazing. I don't know how that would work.
There's your venue, the beach, and hopefully Eddie and friends sound check it in the background.
Yes. That's a great idea.
Just put your drinks in cups and be responsible, and the Dana Point Doheny State
Yeah.
Marshals will be just fine.
Fundraising on the
Yeah,
beach.
I will.
I love it.
I will find some cool archival stuff to donate and bring for the auctions.
Oh, awesome. Thank you so much, Josh. That would be
You
great.
got it, Chris.
Well, I can't wait to see you. And if we find anything else out, maybe some surprises. Hopefully, we can touch base again before the show. But it'll be here before we know it. So
I I think it's going to be really, really, really tight-lipped, and I don't think much is going to leak. I think those guys are going to be really, really careful, and I think they're going to want it to be a real surprise.
yeah, I agree. I agree. So we'll just have to go and find out for ourselves.
Yep.
So
Good.
all right, we'll be
Everybody.
talking to you soon.
Okay.
Bye bye.
Bye.